just happen for myself and my family. There's no way that this is real, man, it can't
What's
be.
up, everybody, and welcome back to Modified Your Life podcast, where I am your host, Anthony Lopez, also known as Heavy to Modified. And today, we got our host. I'm your host. Today, we have Modified Frankie back in the building. What's up, Modified Frankie?
Hi.
You got your nails done finally.
There's some press-ons.
They are?
Yeah.
That's right. What about that ring there? That ring got in your finger.
It's a little cold.
Dang, that's Sarowski. I see. So today we got Big John on the ones and twos manning the camera. So it might be, I have faith in my boy. You have faith in him? Why didn't you answer? Why haven't you answered?
Let's see how this one goes.
That's cold. Imagine that. Frankie,
But you know he can't steer me wrong though.
well, because he trained you.
Yeah.
He's your personal trainer. You got to be nice to him. He's going to make you work extra hard.
He's got it. He's got it.
He's the best personal trainer ever. Anyway, we just had an amazing group Zoom call right now with our online clients.
I loved it.
It was really good. So that really what's led us to this conversation that we're going to have about, starting a weight loss journey in an unsupportive household.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like we have a lot to share about that because obviously I started my weight loss journey about 2 years before you.
Mm-hmm.
Almost 2 years.
The serious time.
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
I mean, let's just dive straight into it. We've been on a diet our whole entire life. Our whole entire relationship, we were on a diet. We could go back to like my Instagram and you can see those like what I thought was eating clean meals. Like it was literally like 3 ounces of chicken, a whole bunch of vegetables and stuff like that.
It was boiled meat.
It was, yeah.
I
I did know
screenshot a
seasoning.
lot of them.
Yeah, I saw that on your phone and I saw you screenshotted all that stuff. But that's what I knew for weight. To me, like that's what weight loss was. You know what I mean? Like weight loss was eat a little bit, work out a lot. I never tracked food. Just basically you're always starving.
Yeah.
Right? That was my whole mindset with the weight loss. What about you before? Like not knowing what you know now, right? Obviously you got to put yourself back in the old modified Frankie.
Mm-hmm.
Like what was your mindset with the word diet?
Just starve.
That's it.
Just starve.
If you want it, don't eat it.
Mm-hmm.
If it looks good, it's bad.
Yeah. If it has butter, don't eat it.
Oil.
You can't eat anything unless it's a salad.
And that's
But then you can have the salad with all of the toppings. It's like 2,000 calories, but it's healthy.
But it's healthy. It's a salad.
It's healthy.
It's so funny, you know what I mean? Because now, like, when I look back at my Instagram, which my Instagram has like evolved over the time. Like, I never got a new Instagram. Like, it's been there since the day my first photo I ever posted from Instagram, and I haven't deleted any photos.
You haven't archived anything?
I haven't archived anything.
I archived like 90% of my stuff. I would have got canceled.
Were you out there acting like a little
ratchet?
Mm-hmm. Frankie before Modified Frankie. Let me find out you had a whole like 75 different boyfriends before
Remember
me.
that one picture you told me that I had to take off?
Told her
You don't have
delete
to
it.
say what it is.
No, I'll say what it was. I told her to delete it. She started going out with me. She had a picture of some male stripper just shaking his ding-a-ling in front of her. I'm like, yo, if you're going to be with me, you ain't going to be having that photo up there.
I was posing next to him like,
Yeah, I was like, nah, good luck. You're about to respect me.
it's archived.
Nah, I deleted from your phone. Don't worry about it. I did a long
You
time
did?
ago. Gone.
Trash.
Gone like a fart in the wind.
Whatever.
Gone.
Haters
Anyways,
don't hate.
yeah, well, getting to it, the whole, diet thing, we started our whole relationship on a diet, so I feel like when we started our relationship and, I was doing MMA, I believe, right? I was over there at All in MMA.
Yeah.
Right? I think I lost a little bit of weight.
No, you had, if I remember correctly, when we first started dating, you were down over 100.
I was down over 100?
Yeah.
I remember, working out with
But then when I met you, you were on a you said you were on a break because it was like your birthday and holiday stuff.
Oh, I love that mentality, baby. Holidays come around, I'm take a break. That break gained over 100 pounds back.
So I met you on a break.
You met me on a break. Okay. That's dang, that is funny. I remember that now. Yeah. The break, right?
And I brought you that big Cheeto bag from Mexico.
Yeah, I saw that picture. I sent that to one of my clients. He's like, I was like, bro, I have a big old picture, like or have a picture of me with like a big ass Cheeto bag. He's like, no, really? I was like, yeah, I got it for like Mexico or something.
That bag got eaten that night.
That bag was eaten at a house party. That thing was passed around. Talk about COVID before COVID.
I think it was 6 pounds worth of chips.
That's right. And Big John would have finished that his damn self, huh? Mm-hmm. We should get him that for his birthday.
Dude, it was like this.
It was humongous. No, yeah, it was really humongous. I remember that night, that house party. That's a house party where I ended up getting like a street fight at my own party, and then you came back and you brought me Denny's.
I abandoned you.
You brought me Denny's.
I was like, I'm not about it.
I knew it was love at first sight when a girl leaves a house party and brings you back Denny's. You got to put a ring on it. I did.
You still don't, but
What's on your ring?
This
Well, show him that thing. Show him that thing.
this is a placeholder.
Big John hitter camera. Big John, I hope you're changing cameras back and forth. I did not spend all this money for all these different cameras for you to use one of them.
Camera one.
Big John is listening. Big John's listening to the pod. He has not changed the camera not one time.
He's just like this.
He does.
Well, what
Let
camera
me
are we
find out
on?
it's not recorded. Did you record on everything? No, I'm just kidding, bro. I know. I got faking you, man. No, bro. I'm really terrified right now. But anyways.
Okay, camera 2.
Yeah. That's a night that you left the party because you got mad I got in a fight. But then you came back with
It's because the
Denny's.
shirt came off.
All that man meat, baby. That's what you fell in love. Huh. I took my shirt off.
He was like, that was kind of ratchet. And I was like scared for my safety. So I went to go eat. I'm like, I'm going to go back now.
And she found love. She seen the man titties and she's like, oh, that is my
With a thug.
man. She fell in love with a thug. A thick thug.
Dickies.
Thick.
Mm-hmm.
That was fun, man. We've been together for 11 years.
Mm-hmm.
That's insane.
I
We've been
know.
through a lot.
Yeah. It was cool though, because like, I like that we started making money together, like how we mentioned, I think, in another podcast.
No. We start off, you robbed me. No. Don't start that story off like it's about to be some love romance story. You better come correct on this podcast. We are Modify Your Life podcast.
Allegedly.
Where you modify
Allegedly.
the truth out of yourself. Nah, you scammed me. I'll let everyone decide. Everyone watching this right now, let me go and tell you a story. You and me, we're
Camera
talking.
3.
Yeah, camera. We're going to keep announcing the camera. So, Modified Frankie, before Modified Frankie, she was just Frankie.
I was Frankie from the block. Yep.
And so I threw a lot of house parties growing up. Right? I loved to party, right? I was just calling Mr. Ford Loki Loke. You know, so we're having a house party. And I was like, hey, she's like, oh, yeah, I went to school to be a bartender. I'm like, cool, why don't you bartend my house party? Let me just go and tell you, this house party had like 200 people in this place. Maybe 150. It was a lot of people.
No,
It was like, we'll say 150 people.
X
It was
type
it
of
was a
parties.
big party. This was it was a New Year's party, I think it was. And so she's like, yeah, I'll bartend for you. I'll sell alcohol, blah, blah, blah. I was like, cool, yeah.
I took one class.
And well, one, I didn't know it was only one class. Two, I gave her like $150 to buy all the alcohol so she could buy the alcohol and then make money off the alcohol, but I never made any money from it. But like, that's just what guys do. Guys will do the dumbest thing just to impress a girl, right? Like, I didn't even think about it. Like, let me give you money
Cash
so
out,
you could
ladies.
make money at my. You never told me how much you make at that party. Do you remember
Yes.
how much you make?
Almost 700.
Almost, and I gave you $150 to buy the alcohol.
And I was only charging like $3, $4 for a drink.
Yeah, but the
And
party
they were
went
for like
6
They
hours.
were adioses too, and jungle juice.
Damn, and you didn't give me. That's why you bought me Denny's. You bought me measly ass $22 meal
You're fucking
out of
welcome.
$700. Technically, she made more if you think about it, right, PJ? I gave her 150 plus the 700 she made.
But you know it was kind of hot. At the end of the night, we both started counting our money on your bed.
I made good
And
money that
but you
night.
gave me some of your money too.
Oh my! See what I mean? Guys are so. I hope you're listening out there and you understand this is the old version of myself, and that's why I changed. That's why I modified my life because I am no longer a sucker.
If you were charging at the door,
Oh yeah, no, we made a lot of money. No, my dad was charging at the door. My dad was at
we
the door.
cashed
You were
out.
cashing out. My dad. No one was talking. No one talking to my dad. No one was messing with that guy. No one was messing big sexy. So yeah, so a little bit of story into old Anthony Lopez and Modified Frankie, or heavily modified Frankie. But you know, the whole diet thing is something that was really sparked up from the Zoom call we had last week with our online clients with Dalton. Dalton was in there. Shout out to Dalton. Shared his whole story and just like kind of drops a whole bunch of knowledge bombs. But
it was pretty
something
cool.
that I think we lose focus on is when we start our weight loss journey is that people are not gonna adapt. Like we're gonna fall in. You know, we're gonna start becoming a new version of ourselves that people are not used to seeing. You know what I mean? And that's why I was like, one, we need to have a podcast. You have the most viewed podcast on here, right? You got everyone beat by a landslide, honestly. But I think it's a tears. And people like our relationship. They always want us to post more, but I think like
Little do they know we almost broke up like 2 months ago.
yeah, we can get into that one.
But that'll be another
That'll be
podcast,
another
though.
podcast. That's a
Yeah.
good one. It ended up being really good though.
No, we're here.
We're here. It'll be really good. We decided cheaper to keep her. No, but
Yeah.
it was a good conversation. It had to be had. You know what I mean? In a relationship of 11 years, where we're still two different human beings that, you know, have two different mindsets. We've grown a lot together, but doesn't mean we're exactly
There's
alike.
been like
So,
a lot of
no perfect.
evolutions.
No, we've been, and like that's why we're getting into this. Like, I would think it would be cool to like have a conversation of like, you know, our relationship started on a diet, but yet we were both gaining weight.
Yeah.
Right. And then also to getting to what I was saying about we had a group Zoom call with the online clients, and you know, we have, you know, Dalton's story. You know, his relationship didn't last. You know, our relationship did last. You know, we built our relationship on food. everything me and Modified Frankie did when as we started dating, we revolved around partying, drinking, our food. And honestly, some nights,
Car
most
shows.
of the weekend, car. Well, that was into the relationship. I'm talking about like beginning.
Oh,
Like
yeah,
house party days.
parties.
You know what I mean? So we build a relationship off of food. Every single time we go out, we're going to downtown Fullerton. We
get
go
food
stop and get
first.
taco. Oh, get food first. Go to downtown
Function,
Fullerton and
food
then
after.
food after. And you know, and I'm not saying that that was a bad way to start the relationship, because honestly, I wouldn't change our relationship. I wouldn't change our stories. I wouldn't change what we became.
We also didn't know what it was going to become, because we
No.
didn't go in there trying to find our husband and wife.
No, I was at a house party. I see a girl
We're
with
just
some big
trying to
ass
twerk a little.
cha-chas. I was like, titty. Same. Hold up. You better not sexualize me. I have rights.
No.
It's rude. Don't be. She saw the man boobs. That's what she's
Oh, big.
seen. She's like, yeah, I want those. Those are mine.
Those C cups
Those.
sit right.
That's that Instagram
You've been
comment.
getting dragged.
I've been getting dragged through the mud on social media. Social media has been coming for my neck. Well, you know what it is though, is that I'm doing the right thing.
Yeah.
New people are seeing my content. People were like, this guy needs to lose weight. I'm like, I lost 355 pounds.
Holding your
You
cheek.
know what I mean? Oh yeah, whatever it might be. You know, I don't do the right thing on social media. You're never gonna be right.
But
on
they don't
social
even
media.
know. They're making your shit grow.
Oh, they did. Well, shoot, I went up like 4,500 followers in like 3 days. That video, you know, that video hit 1 million views. It hit 1 million, and forget like the number. It has like 10,000 saves. That means 10,000 people thought that, oh, I'm gonna watch this video. I'm gonna use this video later. Yeah, it's 1 million views. That video hit 1 million views. But you know, getting on, we're everywhere right now. On that, talking about that though, is we had that conversation and we started creating more discipline in our relationship after we had that, argument or whatever it is, tit for tat type of situation. We have more structure in our relationship and in our life, right? Because we are constantly trying to grow. And something that I realized, and hopefully Big John has it on my camera right now.
Camera 3.
Hopefully Big John has it on camera 3 right now. Is
like,
it? Yeah. Well, no, you don't got to go back and forth. Like, it's just so like, you'll get it, Big John. Yeah, don't mess up. I'm just telling you, I'll fire you. All right, it's a promise. I'm not paying you, but I'll fire you. No, but something that I lost very.
Just with my coaching?
Yeah. No, he's stuck training you. You ain't getting out of that girl. You're a trainer now. You're a gym girl now. You're a gym baddie with a fatty. We need a soundboard. But anyways, getting to the content is something that we lost focus on. It's something that I lost focus on. Something we lost focus on as a brand is continue bringing a value. Like obviously showing my body every single day, showing my skin shows as someone that's strong and comfortable. Yeah. But the value.
It's
right?
very inspirational. What you post.
But I don't want to just be inspirational. I want to bring more value than me and a stringer. And I forgot about that. You know what I mean? And obviously with everything going on.
Do you think you lost relatability?
No, I don't know what. Well, you got to remember. So I was supposed to start the podcast off like this and announce like why we took such a long break from the podcast. But I guess I'll do it in the middle of the show because the people that stopped listening already, they probably really don't care about me. So therefore, who cares? And that's totally fine.
Fuck 'em.
No, damn, chill. But unfortunately, last month I got a phone call that my father was murdered. I'm sorry to just bluntly come out and say it like that, but so I had to go through some things. Obviously, it's never a great phone call to get from your grandmother saying that your father is murdered. Now, I did not have the best relationship with my father, so I'm not going to sit here and milk the cow and act like it was like I was the closest person with him. But at the end of the day, it was my father, and his life was taken through the hands of someone else. So I had to go through my own stuff. Also had to be there for my grandma. My grandma is a warrior, and it's her only child, and I'm her only grandson. And at the end of the day, I had to be strong for her. And I think the hardest situation is not only losing my father and not knowing if I was ever going to build up a relationship with him, but I think the hardest thing was seeing someone that's such a warrior be so sad. Like that really messed me up. So I had to take a break.
Like how it affected her more than anything?
It hurt the most watching my grandma be affected. And I had to go through my own thing. Like I had to go through my little depression. Like I'm still doing the bodybuilding show. I'm 277. I'm lean as I've ever been. Have abs and everything, but certain things I had to push to the side, and I did a couple things I didn't. I wanted to handle this differently. When my grandpa passed away, I didn't care about anything but taking care of him while that was going on. But then once everything was gone, like I was depressed, suicidal. I was morbidly obese. I was unhappy. There's so many things, right? So this time I deal with death. I refused to go back to that. But at the same time, I didn't win every battle. I won most of them, but I didn't win every battle. So, Big John and, Modified Frankie obviously been with me, right next to me while I'm going through this. And Daniel, everyone, everyone knows who they are. Big John too. Yeah, Big John came down with Mikey for the weekend. And because we were in California for a month. We went there for a couple of days and we stayed for a month. Obviously having a a parent murdered is not like someone just passing away. It's like there's cops, then has
It's
to go.
a different kind of pain.
It's a weird thing. It's a weird feeling to like say that like, oh yeah, my dad was murdered. Like he didn't pass away, he was murdered. And I'm still kind of wrapping my head around it. I actually get to see the person that did it on the 20th of this month. I don't know how I'm going to act. I just know I'm going to be there for my grandma, but I'm like, damn, like I'm going to look at someone that took my father's life for probably a dumb reason.
I think it's because that person robbed you of the opportunity of rekindling a relationship if you wanted to. Like the opportunity was taken from you.
So that was when I got the phone call and I started, we're in bed. I started crying. And I told you, like, I don't know why I'm crying, but I just feel like I was just taken. Something was taken.
It was robbed.
I was like robbed. And like, yeah, like I didn't have the best relationship, but that was our choices not to have. We just didn't see eye to eye. But I always told my grandma before she passed away, me and him would be good. And now that was taken. So that was like a thing I had to get over. And then along with my grandma, I had to go through her stages of losing her son. It was. I learned a lot being down in California, a lot about myself, a lot about my mental health, a lot about like I just wanted to be home, but then I wanted to be here for everyone, but then I forgot to be here for myself. But at the end of the day, like I had to go through that. Unfortunately, it had to be me, but maybe it, God had to be me than someone else, right? Because I was sharing the story with my online clients because I still had a group Zoom call. I still had Zoom calls. I only took 1 week off of this. I had to stay focused on my online clients they're family. And the whole time I was going through this, I still had to stick to my game plan. I still had to show up for myself. I still hit the gym. I hit the gym every day. I didn't miss a day. I could not. That was my safe space. Like that was my mental reliever. I just cannot. Like I couldn't slow down because I was fighting my demons and I had to make sure I won this time. Like I said, I didn't win every battle, but I came out on top. I definitely did. And with a lot of learning experiences. And so that was how I was supposed to start this podcast. So I'm glad I saved it for in the middle because it actually is for the people who actually really want to listen and really know that this, I would never post anything without bringing some type of value, to it. So yeah, that's, my apology. I take full accountability when I say I'm going to do something, I need to do it. Obviously, there's these circumstances were out of my reach, but there were things that I made sure I kept doing, like posting content, being with for online clients, continuing to work on my mental health. I talked about it a little bit on social media, but like I said, I'm not going to sit here and milk the cow and act like I was the closest with them. I do, have a lot of questions. I am pretty, I'm still pretty sad at the situation. But at the end of the day, I need to take any negative situation that I go through and I need to figure out the positive, and that's kind of how I cope with things. And that's what I've been doing. And then we came back and me and you had a whole bumping of heads and stuff like that, but that's not what this podcast is for. But I just wanted to
for a full month.
It was a tough.
Heavy.
It was a definitely tough month, but like I said, we made it on top, and that's really it's all about. Remember, it's not the situation; it's how you handle the situation. No matter what's going on, I don't care if your father was murdered, or someone just left you, or you got a flat tire, or you just spilt your bowl of milk, or you dropped your protein shake all over the floor for your second time that day. Like it's not the problem that's going on; it's how you're going to handle the problem. It's what you're going to do moving forward is all that matters. The situation is going to be there. You're going to be sad. You're going to be mad. You could be upset. But at the end of the day, what are you going to do moving forward? Because that's going to make you or that's going to break you. Not the situation, your action. That's what's going to make you. That's going to break you. And that's what I've learned from all this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I know we're supposed to be talking about the non-supportive relationship, but I got to drop that bomb on everyone.
But I mean, I guess I could kind of lead to it because outside of, and I won't get into any details, but outside of like what was happening with your dad's situation, there was a lot of heartbreak in between that with being let down with other family members and other situations while you're also dealing with your dad.
Oh yeah, no, when it rains it pours.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, when it rains it pours, and at the end of the day.
So you witnessed like
no matter,
an unsupportive level that
there was 100%. Like no matter what you're doing in life, no one's really gonna understand how hard it is but you. But it's not for anyone to understand how hard it is, because at the end of the day, when I work my ass off and I continue to keep growing and I continue to keep helping people and staying focused on what my main goal is as a brand owner and as a as a online coach, as a personal trainer, as just a human being, it's not for anyone to understand how hard it is, because everyone has their own problems, right? You even have your own problems. You had your own problems for a whole month that I didn't even know about. You know what I mean? So it's one of those things that all that stuff is irrelevant. As long as you know that you're putting the work, it's not supposed to be easy, right? Like we are going to go through trials and tribulations no matter what we're trying to do in life. And you could be listening to this podcast right now and not even be trying to lose weight, right? You could not even try to lose weight. Like you could not even care, but you could be like Big John, just made a move from California to Vegas, with $700 in his pocket. And then, 3 months later moves out of my place. And now he has another set of like it could be anything like in life. It doesn't matter what you're going through. It's difficult. And the person right next door is probably going through a difficult time too.
Yeah.
And the person next door to them also probably had a difficult life too. You know what I mean? But it's just kind of like how you handle a situation. Like no one's going to know how hard it is, and it's not for them to know, because when you put in the work, you're the one that's going to reap the benefits. So it doesn't matter if they figured out how hard it was for them, because they didn't put in the work for that. So they're not going to get the benefits, but they're also not going to know the hard work you had to put in to get where you're at.
But I'm also happy like you're bringing it up and talking about it, because even your mom has said this, like you make everything look easy.
You know, I make everything look easy now because I made everything about me before.
Okay.
That's why I make everything look easy, because at the end of the day, before, my life was all about me. Like I was so selfish. Everything I did was about me. I ate what I want. I drank what I want. I said what I want. I was an asshole when I wanted to be. I was a this. I was a that. I had a big truck, so I thought I could be an asshole. Like I was a big guy, so I thought I had to be a tough guy. Like, you know what I mean? Like I realized that just like, shut up and work. Right? Because how dumb did I look when I was talking about how hard I'm working and how much I'm going to the gym? Like Cody brought up in the last podcast, but yet my body wasn't changing.
We don't have shit to show
for
for
it.
it.
Shit to show for it.
Yeah.
I got a pot to piss in, right? Talking about how much me and you are both working, but yet, you know, we only have $150 in our bank account. Yeah, we went on vacations, but they're all on credit cards. Like now we travel with debit cards. You know what I mean? And cash. Well, debit cards actually. We don't cash. We got tacos. You know, so yeah, it's like I've just learned that at the end of the day, no matter what I'm going through, and I really hope you're out there listening to this, no matter what you're going through, no matter what I'm going through, it's your job to get through it. It is literally your job. It is your obligation to get through whatever situation is being put in front of you. Whether you cause it or not, it's there, it's in front of you, it's in your life, it's on your heart, it's making you change, it's making you think about something. So it's your obligation to get through it. And that's just how I look at it. You know, if anything were to happen, if I were to lose my whole brand tomorrow, like, all right, what am I going to do? I got to get a 9-to-5 job and figure out how I'm going to rebuild. You know what I mean? Like and I'm not saying it's easy. There's plenty of nights where I stress it out, but I'm not scared. I'm not scared to fail anymore. Like I've looked at death in the eyes. I've looked in a mirror when I was over 600 pounds. Like my fucking pants were bigger than the door. We have those pants still. They're bigger than the door. Like I've looked at death literally and said, I either go this way or I just end my life. Like ever since then, I was like, I like life, so therefore I'm gonna just keep working my ass off. No matter what happens, no matter how much. We're all shoveling shit. Like we're shoveling shit right now. It smells better. It looks better, right? It might have a nice little Febreze spray on it, but it's still shit at the end of the day. We ought to shovel. It might have a little glitter. Might be a little partially gold shit, but we're still shoveling shit. Like we're still going through our own.
It's a different kind of shit.
But it's a nicer, right? It's nicer. It's not maybe as stinky. But it's still shit at the end of the day. We all got shit we got to go through. We're never done. Like, we're never done. We're never done. And
I've never felt like we've made it.
Yeah, like, well, maybe we don't know how it feels to make it because we haven't made it. But I'm going to say right now, from the people I follow and people I listen to, you're never done dealing with putting out fires. You're never done going through shit. You're never done dealing with, you know, rude people, mean suggestions, mean conversations. Like, you're never done. So at the end of the day, why make it so hard?
Yeah.
Right? At the end of the day, why make it harder than it has to be? Because you're going to go through it no matter what. Right? You can either come out on top and you can learn from it, or you could completely just quit. And then you'll never know what was on the other side of that door. You know what I mean? So that's how I look at it.
True.
You know, I don't know. Obviously we try to have a conversation set with this, but, you know, I don't think we've been together for so long. We'll just sit here and flow. But I do want to, you know, get into a little bit more, though, because I do think we could dive in a little bit more of, you know, the unsupportive, because, you know, when I started my journey, we'll just fast forward through everything. I just started my journey for the first time for reals. I was doing this with or without you, right? I was searching. I was ready to go. Like, I didn't want to end my life. I was so upset that I was suicidal. Like, I was like, how, you know what?
You're mad at yourself?
I was mad at myself that I was like, I had suicidal thoughts. Because I'm like, there's people in the world right now that generally have a reason to just not want to be here. Like, nothing has ever went their way. Yeah. And I had a really blessed life and a great family. And that's what comes to my head. Like that, I was at the weakest point in my life. That's what I think of. Like, that's why I was so frustrated.
I'll just give up.
Yeah, like that was not me. And I'll never go back to that person again. Now, going through what I went through, I see why God put me through that. Because now I get to work with, obviously not giving names, but now I get to work with people that have been through or in that situation or we're thinking stuff like that, and now they're changing their life in my program.
The conversations you have in your Zoom calls are fucking heavy sometimes.
They are heavy, but you know what? I'd rather them have it with someone that also went through the same thing than someone that just went to school and talked about it and then
how did that make you feel?
Passed the class and then yeah. How does it make you feel? I'm like, no. But yeah, like, so, you know, like, how was it like being, because we had the group Zoom call today, like, how was it that you felt like, you know, obviously, you know, you probably felt attacked a little bit because you were the unsupportive on the other side.
I didn't feel attacked, but it made me like feel, I don't know what, like, how to name the feeling, but there was like, I was proud of your people, because a lot of them do have unsupportive households, especially significant others, but they're still pushing.
Yeah.
And instead of giving up on their weight loss journey, they're reconsidering their actual relationship because they're putting themselves first for once.
One of my clients said, change your friends or change your friends. Right. And
I had never heard that
I never
before.
heard that before either. And how he described that meeting is that he said that, you know, either change your friend's mindset, right? Like you get them to grow with you and become better with you, right? Like basically becoming a leader, or you change your friend group. And I love that. And the reason why I love that is because why not try to help better your friends? And then once you realize they are not fixable because they don't want to be fixed, then you move on to the next people. That
But
to
you
me
tried.
is like,
That's
to
cool.
me, like that is alpha. Like that, to me, definition of alpha is someone who's willing to help someone become better, even if they become better than them, right? And that's what I want to do all my clients. Like we just talked about this. Like we're getting to a point now where we have like 6 people that have almost finished their program. I'm not talking about by times. I'm not talking about like they finished my program in time. Like, oh, they did 12 months and they're good. No, I'm talking about finish your program as
They
came
hit
in
their goal.
130 pounds heavier, and they're 10 pounds away from their physical goal, and they've also achieved other things, a lot of other things in
That's
between
fucking
that.
awesome.
You know what I mean? Like in 14 months, I've been doing this. I think next month is 15 months I've been doing online coaching. And you know, I'm not here to pat myself on the back, but it's just a simple thing of just fucking caring about them.
Do you have a lot of pride in that, like internally? I know you always say they do the work. It's not like your reward, but like, is there like a lot of pride in that?
You know, it makes me feel good. I can't say there's pride. Like I don't look at them and say, I helped them do that. I did that for them. But I look at them and just proud in general, like that human being decided to turn their life around. Like I know how difficult it is. It's hard, no matter if you're 20 pounds overweight or you're 150,000 pounds overweight. It is hard to change your life around. So I know the work that went into every single pound they lost. You know what I mean? I got to be there every single step of the way. I'm glad that Heavy to Modified the brand, you know, got to be part of that story. But I don't really take their weight loss as mine. I don't think that's fair. But what I do take is that I'm part of their story, and I love that. And Harold was just he just told me like the Zoom call I had with him. He was like, you know, I don't think you realize how much you get the mental of weight loss. I was like, I don't, but now that you told me, it makes me feel good because someone else told me that.
Yeah.
And I never want to get it. Like I never want to know how good I am at something because I always want to achieve to be like, I always want to be better. I always want to feel like everyone's better than me because it always keeps me fighting to be better. You know what I mean? Like I love that. I'm a very competitive person. You know what I mean? I'm very competitive. That's why if you look at that viral video, there's a lot of comments back. I was a little sneak dissing on them. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, though, if you're gonna talk crap about someone, you got to be able to take it back.
Yeah.
Right? And people think, I don't think a lot of people aren't used to people responding, but I'm gonna respond. One is gonna boost my comments up.
I got a DM from a girl from back home. I hardly ever talk to her, but she sent me a DM and she's like, dude, I live for AJ's comments section. And she's like, the way he claps back. And I'm like,
If you really
well,
go back and read, you know, at the end of the day, I made a post. I was like, look, I've been overweight my whole entire life. I've been defending myself since elementary school. So if you got jokes, I got jokes too. Make sure your account's very private or it's a fake account before you let me go and open your stuff and you tell me something. And it's no hard feelings. Like you don't have to like me. I'm okay with that. There's so many people that don't like me. There's so many people that are following me, following you, following Big John because they're waiting for us just to fall. Right. But that's okay because someone left have a seat and keep watching. Right. Don't hold your breath too long. But you know, someone commented like, yeah, prove them wrong. I was like, no, brother. I was like, prove yourself right. Proving them wrong is just icing on the cake. Right? Because at the end of the day, we're here to prove ourselves right. And that's it. You know, and that's, you know, what I did with, you know, my weight loss. Because at first when I started with it, I'm pretty sure you didn't have too much faith. We talked about that right now.
Yeah,
you didn't have faith in me. And it's not a bad thing. How many times have I failed? And remember, when I talk about
but I was failing along with you.
Yeah. Very true. Very true. Actually, very true. We were failing together. But, you know, I want to touch bases on this. When you start a weight loss journey, think about how many times you told your friends, your families, your loved ones that you're going to change your life, and then the next weekend you're out there drinking. I'm going to start again on Monday, right? So don't expect them just to hop on board and be like, oh, he said this time he's going to get it done. You have to take action before people start believing you. Because at the end of the day, you have to start putting the work to start believing yourself in order for other people to start believing in you, right? So don't be mad if you don't get your mom, your wife, your son, your daughter, whoever it is, to hop on board with you right away because they don't have faith in your word. But think about it. How many years and how many months did you disrespect your own word, and now you just expect people to hop on board and just, he's gonna do it?
Yeah,
you gotta lead by example.
The kid who cried wolf or something?
Yeah, like is that the kid who cried wolf?
I think so.
Are you sure
the sheep that cried wolf?
No, it's the kid who cried wolf.
No, I think.
No, it's a kid who cried wolf because then he kept on saying there's a wolf. Kept on saying there's a wolf. My grandma used to read me the book. So he kept saying like, there's a wolf.
And they believe
And
him
they
until
believe
they
him, and
didn't.
they ran out there like, oh, I'm just kidding. It came out, there's a wolf. I'm just kidding. And then
Yeah.
finally there was a wolf, and then he
They're
ended up
like,
like
"Man,
dying, and they didn't believe him. You know what I mean? So basically, yeah, that's very true. Like, how many times are you gonna say it? And then when you finally get to do it, we can't expect them to believe you. You got to lead by example, right? It is lead by example. And regardless of if they believe you, if they have faith in you, if they have trust in you, if they want to go to the gym with you, at the end of the day, you're doing it for yourself. You're not doing it for anyone else. But I promise you, when you do lead by example, people are going to follow suit if they're meant to be in your life.
Yeah.
Right? That's what we had that conversation 2 years ago, 2 years ago about that, you know?
About a year now.
But it's been a year?
Yeah.
Oh, it's only been a year?
Yeah.
Was it just before we moved to Vegas?
A couple, like, I
So
think it was
everyone watching this,
September.
I am the worst with time. So
He's
I will say
dyslexic.
something that will happen like 3 months ago, and it would happen 3 years ago.
Yeah.
I'm the worst with that. It's been only a year since the other conversation?
Yeah, I believe it was September last year. So a year, actually.
Oh, wow.
Because we moved December.
I don't know why I felt like it was like 2 years, but okay, cool. I believe you more than I believe my own damn self. Well, honestly, and
You're
that's what
making me
the
second-guess
conversation.
myself.
Like, I
Yeah.
want you to go with me, but then Dave, if you don't want to make that change, you don't have to. I don't expect you to change because you found love with obese AJ, party, drinking, worked hard. I feel it's safe to say I worked hard.
Yeah.
But you fell in love
You
with
weren't
the old
lazy at
person,
all.
you know. And so, like, when I say that, like, you didn't have faith in me, it's like not a bad thing. It's like because I didn't earn it. Yeah.
I know when I said that in the podcast, people were like, "Oh shit," because I said that I didn't have faith in
Yeah,
you.
but that's okay because think about it. My track record was not a very faithful track record.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? How many times did I say I was losing weight, right? And then we go get pizza at 2 in the order pizza at 12 o'clock at night or whatever it might be. So, you know what I mean? It's just one of those things where you have to lead by example, and you got to put your right one foot in front of the other before you start believing other people are going to see you.
Yeah.
Before people start believing that you're going to actually make a change in your life, you have to start making the change. That's what I was starting to get. I lost myself. Sorry, it's a long day. But what was like okay. I remember we had a argument because you were getting mad at me for being in the gym too much. I was like, whoa, honey, hold up. I'm bettering myself. But what was like the big switch where you realized like I either got to get it together? Not the conversation we had a year ago. What was because I lost over 200 pounds
me just
for that.
supporting you.
Like when did you realize like it was it like it wasn't just a fad like like he's doing this? Was it like
So I'll explain my mindset then. So when after this, okay, so this last time you started losing weight, I was proud of you, but in the back of my mind, I was thinking it's only a matter of time.
damn?
Because again, for like
Over
7,
here
8, 9
sneak
years.
dissing, huh? It's like I'm waiting for him to fail. You're putting oil on my food, weren't you?
Yeah.
Trying to make
No,
me
I'm just
fluffy.
kidding. No, but the thing is, like, we were always on a diet.
Facts. Oh, we're
But
still on the diet.
We were always on a diet, always binging. You know? So the only thing that was like newer to me was that you were working out more. But the crash diets was like normal to me.
Yeah.
But even though it wasn't to you, I just saw it as such because that was a track record.
That's all we knew was weight loss is crash dieting.
And then because we shared the Jeep at the time, and you would be at the gym for like sometimes 3 hours, but every single day. And I would, because at the gym you were at, your friend owned it, and then a lot of the trainers were your friends from like school.
Yeah.
So
that
I was
embarrassing.
thinking, oh, maybe he catches like a quick workout, but then he's just wasting fucking time when I can be using the car.
Yeah. You didn't notice me not being as fat as I once was? You didn't notice the weight loss coming off like 50 pounds?
No, I did notice the weight, but
So how'd you think I lost that weight in the gym?
I'm just explaining my mindset.
I'm just trying to figure out this. I was losing weight,
Yeah.
being in the gym, and you thought I was just lollygagging.
I thought it was a phase.
You're a hater.
Maybe.
At least she's honest. She what? Oh yeah.
What? I didn't hear him.
So Big John, what Big John just said right now is that he's like, maybe you're doing what she did. I was like, oh, what? And then I forgot what you do. You said, remember the first week where you're doing cardio like 4 times a week? You weren't doing cardio. You went to go just sit by the pool and said you did cardio and just came back 45 minutes later.
I was sweating.
Imagine that. Modified Frankie, right? Modified Frankie.
I didn't want to do it.
She was like lying of her whole week, saying she was doing cardio, but she was sitting at the pool chilling on her
Listen,
phone.
I needed alone time. And the gym is not alone time for me.
Gym is alone time. No one listened to her. Gym is alone time. That is the best time you're gonna get.
But the thing is, I believe you, but I'm not there yet.
That makes
Because
sense.
my gym
We ain't
time,
too busy at the pool.
I was chilling.
Even give
Maybe
it a
grab
chance.
a little snack or something.
Oh my gosh, that is crazy. But at least she's honest.
Yeah.
That's freaking hilarious. But no, yeah, no, I'm just talking crap.
Yeah,
because
so-
the work was getting put in, but yet you didn't like.
I just felt like
Because that's the most weight I've lost, the 50 pounds, right? That's the most weight I lost being with you.
no, you were already down like 100 and something pounds, and I was still on that mindset.
Oh, that's right. That also wait. Oh yeah, because West Coast was after surgery. I lost 100 pounds before, then I had the surgery, and then yeah, you're right. So damn, girl, I lost like 150 pounds. She's like, oh, he just BSing. He just You thought I had a fat suit on the whole time or what?
No, I guess I don't know how to explain it. Like I was proud of you, right?
I
Like
have a
my heart
question.
was proud of you. What?
I have a question.
All
It
right.
just came to my head right now.
Okay, what is it?
Did you not want me to change my lifestyle because you knew that was gonna be you have to change? Like, did you have that?
Possibly, actually.
Because you think about, you've always been an eater.
Yeah.
Like, you've always loved food. Like you, and
I'm a
I'm not calling you
snacker.
overweight. I'm just saying you
No, I
generally love
was
food.
overweight. I'm still overweight.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm not getting canceled for the likes of you.
Oh,
Like, he's canceled. He called his girlfriend fat.
I'll
No, I
fucking
did. I
repost
refuse.
that, like it.
Oh, cold
Like,
world.
comment,
Be your
and
own
subscribe.
people. But like, was one part of you really scared of like my weight loss, like because you knew it was gonna change like our whole perspective of our relationship?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when did
But
you realize?
I didn't. I'm sure I thought that, but it was like a secondary thought, not
it
like.
wasn't like was it a self-conscious? Is that called self-conscious thought? It was like inner thought. It was in the back of your head.
Yes.
Okay. And then when did it click that like, oh damn, like he's not joking and I need to get this together? Or did you think about breaking up with me because I was too into fitness?
No, I never thought about breaking up with you. I always thought that there was gonna be a time where you were just gonna let me go.
That's so crazy.
But listen, I was so scared of that. However, did nothing to help my chances in my head.
She's like, oh, he might leave me for
I was
not losing weight,
petrified.
but I'm still
And
going in
mostly
now,
with
baby.
your family, every single time, you better lose weight or else he's gonna leave you.
But you know what though? I don't like that because at the end of the day, I'm not you. If I didn't say it, it ain't happening. You know. But no, it's very interesting because like we said, we built a relationship around food. Like honestly, and it's not like we're sitting here to just have this podcast.
But
to
can I
talk
tell
about
you
it. Like,
another thing?
everything
that
we did
scared
was
me?
eating.
Yeah, that's
everything.
That's what scared
Remember, I
me.
used to come home from Uber at 2 a.m. with Taco Bell.
That was vibes.
See how happy she got when I said that? Big John got happy. He's like,
Didn't I just mention? I was like, because you're like, oh, today's gonna be a long night. I'm like, oh, sounds like a great night to have pizza.
Me and Big John have 44 days before we get on stage. So bringing up food right now is a very, very toxic
Oh, they get
conversation for both of
pissed.
us.
But anyway, so let me tell you another
strong, though.
reason why I was. Pay attention to me.
Oh, my bad.
Another reason why I was afraid was because we do spend a lot of time together. Actually, 99% of the time we're together. We work
Too much
together.
time, honestly.
We hang out together.
Oh.
But I was thinking, like, what? Like, if we don't go out to eat, then, like, are we not gonna like go out on dates?
Big part of our relationship, we didn't have a lot in common. We had to
'Cause-
rebuild
no,
a
but
whole
even-
relationship.
Yeah, but we did have a conversation because you would tell me like, hey babe, like we haven't gone out on a date in a couple weeks, and I'm like, well, where are we gonna go?
You would get mad. You're like, I was like, but I don't want to do food. Like, let's do something fun. You're like, well, what do you want to do?
Yeah,
I was like, well, we go hikes. We could go this. We go see a movie.
I don't
I'm
want
not
to
a big
fucking go
movie.
work out for a date.
Yeah. Well, you know what though? I'm not gonna lie. I had to find my middle ground. Like it wasn't all work, diet, which I hate the word diet. I had
Mm-hmm. But
to
you
find my
found
middle
fun
ground.
things
But
for us to do.
well, yeah, because now like I love to. You got to remember, like we threw away so much of our life.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad in a way, like, it worked out where we got to throw it away with each other. And at least we got to still have a what we thought was an amazing relationship. I like a relationship a lot better now. But you know what I mean? At least like we weren't by ourselves throwing it away, but we didn't do a lot of things for 11 years, for 9 years of our relationship, 10 years, 9 years.
No,
And it's not that we didn't have fun. We just didn't do a lot. It was like food. It was work, food. That's it. Work,
okay,
food,
so
food. Like
us was house
it.
stuff mostly,
We were
or
always home.
going out to eat.
We didn't go anywhere. Plus, I was too fat to go on roller coasters.
Yeah,
I was too big. And remember we went on vacation? Almost had
you
a
would still go to clubs though.
Best
throw it
believe
back.
I'll throw it back, baby. I remember we went to Puerto Vallarta
And Cancun.
and we went on that tour. Honestly,
that was Cancun.
Let me paint a picture for you. All right, your boy is 500 plus pounds. Not
That
at
was-
600 yet, but I'm probably like 570.
You're
570
pushing it for
pounds.
sure there.
For sure. Okay, chill. Chill,
All right,
daddy,
good.
chill. All right, so your boy's like, let's paint a picture, right? We got a picture. I'll post the picture right there. I'm probably not gonna post a picture, but it's probably on my Instagram. I'll post it there. Post it on the reels clip of this. So I'm 570 pounds. We go on vacation
Tulum.
and we go into Tulum, right? So that place is you had to walk a half a mile to get from the bus to just into the Tulum part.
Yeah.
And
to
then
the
so
ruins.
we get to the ruins, right? We check it out. I'm already sweating. So that place is humid.
And you're
as
wearing
hell.
water shoes.
I'm wearing water shoes. I'm not happy. There's no food around and I'm pissed. But I'm having a good time, right? I'm also like enjoying the moments. I've never seen this place before. I didn't fly a lot. I was very embarrassed to fly. Very, very self-conscious, especially because I took up 2 seats, technically almost 3. Anyway, so then like, oh, you go down there. There's this place where they put the bodies, and it's very sacred place. And it's very nice, blah blah.
You end up at the water.
We have like, you end up at the water, and I was like, oh, cool, let's go. Well, we had like an hour and a half left before we had to leave. So we go out there and we go to this place. And we make it. Like I start to see this place like maybe about 100 yards away, and we look at the time, and we had like 30 minutes to get back. And it was already like an hour trip to get there. It took us an hour. I was already drenched. I was pissed off. I was hungry. And I was
Our
like,
group left us.
Our group left us. So then I look, I'm like, babe, like we gotta go. So 570 pounds. I am like, I would say run, but it was more of like a quick wobble. It was like a wobble, right? It was like a wobble type back. But I could not stop because we're gonna be late. And literally we made it. We made it barely. They were taking off when we made it to the bus, and they opened up the door and they let us in. Like we technically, if I would have stopped one more time than I did, I think I stopped like once. I had to catch a breath.
I think
but like,
so.
that's not a vacation. Like that's a horrible. Like that's not a fun story.
You didn't want to do
where I'm
anything
like,
at the
I
end
jumped
of the
off a freaking rock slide and almost hit a rock, but I had a great time. Like I literally almost freaking
Just
had a
didn't
heart
make
attack
it.
trying to make it back to a bus in an hour and a half when the trip was probably for a normal sized person was probably like 30 minutes, maybe there.
Probably. We need redemption. We got.
We do got to go back. Cause you know what? We need to go back.
Remember the snake that fell from the
it fell from the
and
tree.
it fell
It
like
felt
by
like
my
right next to your
feet?
foot. You almost died.
And like, where did it come from? Like from the sky.
I want to talk about my trauma experience of making it back to a bus and
It
bringing
was
up a
trauma
snake.
for me too.
Jeez, you're so selfish.
Jesus,
You just think you haven't changed. You haven't changed. And the podcast. No, I'm just kidding. But like think about it though. We went on vacation, but it was food. It was still all we did. It was all inclusive, baby. I was freaking eating.
All
with
we did was
remember
eat.
I had my belly. How it was so big. I used to put the plate on my belly and just chill.
Yeah.
You should got a picture of that.
That was fun though, because I would just use you as a little table.
Use my belly button
Dip
to
my
dip
chicken
my
wings.
ranch.
Oh.
But yeah, you
Room
just think about
service,
that.
remember
Room,
at like 2 a.m.?
room service 24 hours, baby. All inclusive. Your boy was freaking living life. Big boss.
I'm surprised we didn't get kicked out.
I was messing up those tacos. But like, that's not living life. Now our last vacation, right? We went scuba diving, jet ski riding, snorkeling.
Our group couldn't keep up with us.
We couldn't keep up with us. Like,
Other
you know
than
what I mean?
Shady Boy.
And I was like 70 pounds heavier at that time.
Yeah.
I don't know how much I was probably like 3 something the last time we went on a trip vacation.
That's when
This year has been a wash for this bodybuilding show. I apologize right now. But next year I'll make it up to you. We'll go on a couple vacations.
Oh no.
I'll make it up to you. But anyways.
The way you've been acting lately?
That's right. Act up. You start getting muscles like this, you start acting up.
You do.
Wait till the skin's gone. When the skin
Big
is
John,
gone,
doesn't he act up a lot?
look it. When the skin is gone, I'm acting. I don't know how to act. I'm telling you right now. You when the skin is gone, you and Big John
We're gonna go eat.
Bye. And when the skin is gone, when this whole skin is removed, I am out throwing it back.
You gonna be a
booty
city
fat,
girl?
city girl up, city boys winning, whatever team I'm playing for.
All
We're
of them?
out. We're gone.
Out.
Obese to beast. That's what I'm saying.
Obese to hoe.
No skin, sexy within. I don't know to go with that, but I'm telling you right now, when I get the skin removal surgery, it's a wrap.
Same.
I'm gonna be on GQ magazine.
All right then.
I'm just saying. I warned you. All right then. I'll fuck with you. But yeah, no, that's not the way we want to live life. So we threw away a lot of years with that. So and now we're
really making up for it though.
Yeah, no, we don't chill. We have a no chill button. Well, think about it. Like, if you really paint this picture, right? Really paint this picture, and we'll end with this.
Mm-hmm.
Because we decided to, change our life around, our life has changed. And how simple as that sounds, just really think about it.
Mm-hmm.
Because we decided to change our life around, our life has changed, right? It sounds like, well, no shit.
Right.
But it's that simple thing that we did the right thing. We didn't do anything different than doing the right thing. We did the hard thing, which we did the right thing,
And we're not
our life has
special.
changed. Not special. No. I mean, I got tested. Now I got checked. I'm not special. I'm good. Home checked me.
And I still try. I'm still struggling.
Yeah, but
Even now.
we're not. You've got to have the taste of that life where you just did what you want with no repercussions, right? We
No, there
never
was.
ate. Well, no. Well, at that time, we didn't know the repercussions.
True.
If we didn't lose the weight, we would have never known that wasn't a real vacation because we were damn near about to die to get on a bus. Right? That was our normal life. That wasn't like, you didn't go and tell a story like, oh, my boyfriend's so fat, we almost missed the bus. No, you're like, we didn't bring it up because it was like, oh, well, oh my gosh, we almost missed the bus. That was it. It wasn't like that though. You know what I mean?
No,
Like,
the story was we didn't have enough time to do everything we needed to do.
Oh, actually, there it is. Excuses. Yeah, there it is. Like, we didn't have enough time. Oh, man, the trip was whack. It was too fast. We didn't have enough time. We had an hour and a half to walk there and back when the trip probably took about 45 minutes.
We could have made it, but.
Oh, damn.
But.
Uh-oh.
When we got off the bus, they said we had 3 hours.
Oh, we had 3 hours?
Yeah, to explore. And because they had like little shops, like a little mercado, and then for you to do that hike to get to the ruins.
Mm-hmm.
We all stopped and had our second breakfast there.
Second breakfast, baby. Because first breakfast ain't enough. You got to have second breakfast.
The whole
second
squad
breakfast
was
the
down
best.
to have second breakfast.
Damn.
And then we
That
started.
good old second breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
What I would do to have a second breakfast
That was
right
some
now.
good food, though.
My calories are low. That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's food. Food.
Did you remember that, though?
No, it was normal for me. I mean, you. What? I ate? Oh, no, Anthony ate something? What do you mean? I was a garbage disposal.
One more thing about that.
Okay,
You know how we were late to the bus? We were the last
we
two?
weren't late. They were leaving us.
We stopped. So we got to the shuttle that drops you off at the mercado. Then you still have to walk to your actual
Yeah, that's
shuttle
like
bus.
a 150
But when we
yard
got
walk.
off the first bus, we stopped to get snacks for the other bus.
Damn.
We
My
did.
boy was thick.
Mm-hmm.
He snacky snack?
Yep.
I thought I was the only snack you needed. No, you had a lot of snacks.
Yeah.
I was a big
Stay
snack.
snacking.
Stay snacking. Stay smacking. Stay snacking,
Yeah,
baby.
I just remembered that. We did stop for snacks again.
Yeah, well, we could go forever. We could go forever. When we were going to your family parties, who's cooking? Who's cooking?
Me.
Damn, I know. If Big John would have been a long time ago, Big John would officially be, he would be Fat John. Like the real fat, like not
Not
PHAT, he would be FAT. For sure. That's so interesting. It's so, yeah, it's so funny to bring up the stories, you know. And that's it. And we're here. Now we're here. On to the rest of our journey. Right?
Yeah.
On our story. Now you are a supportive girlfriend. Now you know, but I led by example. And now we're
sure.
here. You've grown so much as not being a 9-to-5 worker. And
My
there's so
mind is
many-
still catching up to it because a lot of times I feel like that I get a lot of imposter syndrome, but you already talked to me about it.
Mm-hmm.
But I think a lot of it comes from me feeling that I have a big responsibility.
You do?
And then there's a lot of people that like follow me on Instagram, or even that don't follow me, but that will DM me and like tell me that they look up to me. And I'm just like, whoa, like I'm not heavy to modified. But then because I'm an extension of,
Well, they know.
I feel like I have to measure up and I'm not there yet. But people think I'm there yet. But I fucking struggle daily.
Yeah. And that's fine because you share it and you're very honest about that. And that's the one thing that makes you a real badass, and that it's awesome that you have the opportunity to speak to people because you're real about it.
Yeah.
Like how many people do we know that are not real about stuff? They
True.
completely will fake the funk,
But
and then once they
because of
turn that
that-
camera, they turn off a whole. Wait, who the hell is that person? Like, why aren't you? You know. what I
Yeah,
mean?
we
So
know them firsthand.
You're putting the work, and you know the
Yeah.
people that get the imposter syndrome are usually not doing the right thing.
But remember, even I told you, like, I feel like, am I a fraud? Because it's like, it's not that I'm anti any of it. Like, I'm for the whole movement, but like, I try my hardest to like live up to it, but I always fall short.
We're always gonna fall short. You think I'm perfect? I'm not perfect. Big John ain't perfect. No one here perfect. Anyone listening to this podcast is not perfect. It's not about being perfect. It's about becoming better every single day. But the word "better" is not perfect.
Yeah.
There's not come perfect every single day. There's no
True.
such thing as perfect.
Well, that's why
Yeah.
I also, after like our conversation about that, I started posting like working out with Big John because I don't like it, right? Like I know it's doing good for my body
You don't like
and
it.
I don't like it, but I decided I'm going to post it because even though I don't like it, I know I should do it. I know it's good for me.
Yeah, and that's it. It's not about what you like. It's about what you need to do.
Yeah.
Right? Not everything's supposed to be fun in life. Not everything's supposed to be rainbows and sunshine and little mermaids doing flips in the ocean.
And a bitch is in pain constantly.
That's right. She has legs. Hey, I told Big John, we were looking at some bodybuilder chick. I was like, bro, you give Francine some legs like that, and I'll pay you $100,000. Big John has not stopped training her.
Oh, wait, you know, he came
said
home
it.
the other day because he saw some buff girl at the gym and he's like, yeah, I'm going to get her to fuck you up.
We were at EOS training. There's this ripped girl. She was ripped. I told Big John, I looked at her, I'm like, I'm gonna date that girl. I'm gonna have her fuck up Modified Frankie.
Period.
She was talking to me crazy. I was like, but I can't handle a woman. But I'm gonna get my new body better girlfriend.
She'll fuck you up too.
Drop an elbow on. Well, no, she'll get you first though. I'm good.
Shit.
I'll submit.
Yes, Big Daddy.
Yes, a Big Daddy. But anyways, you know what I mean. I think this is a cool. This is a great podcast. I mean,
it went all over the place.
It went all over the place, but it's a good one. We touched on some things, and you know, at the end of the day, I know it brought value. I know it's awesome to continue to keep sharing our story, because at the end of the day, there's people in relationships that have been together for a long time or just starting their journey together. One of them is just starting. And at the end of the day, I don't know why I keep on saying at the end of the day, like I don't know any other vocabulary.
At the end of the day,
it is at the end of the day.
4
Not, yeah,
times.
you done like 2 times already. Yeah. You know, something I want to lead off with is it's not up to anyone else to have faith in you. It's up to you to have faith in yourself. Right? At the end of the day, you need to lead by example for yourself. You need to make the change for yourself. You need to be the person you need to become the best version of yourself for yourself. Stop not doing things because other people don't think it's possible for you or because other people don't have faith in you. It's not their obligation to have faith in you. It's your obligation to have faith in yourself. You get out there, you put in the work. If they want to be there supporting you in the back end, cool, amazing. If they're not, guess what? Either way, if they supported you or not, you still made it to your version of the best self. So at the end of the day, you're the winner at the end of the day. And that's all that matters. And that's just what you're listening to people in a relationship right now talk about. We haven't stopped. We got to live a horrible, unhealthy, unsafe life. And now we get to live this amazing life where we get to work with so many different people around the world.
And I thought we were like super close before, but like we're even closer now.
Yeah, because it's not all about food. It's about actual relationship, actually knowing each other, actually going out and doing things, escape rooms, jumping, trampoline parks.
And figuring out if we actually like each other outside of having a common interest.
She had to figure out if you liked me?
No, but like if you think about it.
She said it with a smile on her face. She's like, I had to figure out if I liked him.
No, like, because if you think about it, like we had a common interest. There was obviously like we liked each other, but like on a surface level. But it's like when you remove what the common interest was, like,
do we actually get along
actually
with each other
vibe?
We do.
Yeah, for the most part.
Like we're not supposed to be perfect. I mean, I'm perfect. You have a lot of growing to do.
But you don't let me have alone time.
Nah, I love my girlfriend. I like to be next to you. I feel like, I just have to be a little spoon sometimes. Like, people are very scared to admit that. Like, I feel like a lot of men are scared to admit that. Like, I have a long ass day. I have to put out fires. I'm like a freaking firefighter. I'm putting out fire here, and then this one starts to go up. Put it with you, and then Big John, and then this, and then that. My best friend, blah 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 blah. And, at the end of the day, I just want to be a little spoon. Like, I just want someone, just to chill. I don't need you to baby me. Just chill.
You do need to be baby.
No, just like, but not baby. Like, is it
you're a chichi boy?
Baby? But like, no, I want to lay next to you, chill. It's it. Whatever it is.
But then you're also the person that tells me you need to be more independent. You need to go find friends. You need to go do new things. Find a hobby. I asked you for alone time in the morning before work.
She's bashing me now.
2 days. And now when I wake up earlier than you, because that was like a personal goal.
Now we go do cardio together.
I can earn my alone time. You're like, baby, let's go do cardio.
Because that's alone time together.
You're asking me to not have my alone time and also do something I don't want to do at that time.
It's not what you want, it's what you need. And with that being said,
and what you need to do is mind your business.
And with that being said, welcome to Modified Life Podcast, where I'm your host, Anthony Lopez. Hopefully this show brought you value. And if this show brought any type of value to you, all I ask that you do is you follow, you share, and you just, repost it. Share the love. If it made you laugh, if you learned something, that helps out a lot, this podcast. My goal is to have over 1,000 subscribers on Spotify by the end of the year, and obviously I would lost a whole month of doing podcasts, but I'm going to continue keep on doing it, continue working.
With posting,
no, I didn't post podcasts at all.
Oh, you didn't?
Almost a month.
Oh,
no,
sure.
not at all. So if we brought value to you, please do me the favor, pay the fee, just share it. This is Modified Frankie, my beautiful girlfriend, lovely co-host of today.
Follow me too, because I'm trying to get more followers than him.
Apparently, according to Modified Frankie and Big John, they're the reasons why I have followers.
I stand by that.
So
10 toes down.
So yeah. I didn't do any work. It's my team that did it.
I'm
not saying I did it by myself. They're not saying I'm not saying I did it by myself. They're telling me that I didn't do it at all. Like, it's all them. So unfortunately, I did do nothing as Heavy to Modified. Heavy to Modified is Big John and Frankie. I'm just the talking puppet.
Thank you guys for watching.
Thank you for listening to this nonsense.
There's no way that this is real, man. It can't be.